Keep an eye on who they choose to return to here. Probably going to go Pablo. Fed is very good at consistently getting that team to the kitchen line. Pablo, if that drive is on, is amazing, but will miss some. So keep an eye on that.
0-0-2.
Nice adjustment off the tape from Ben there.
Told me that ankle is performing much better today than it was last night. So good news there for Ben Johns and Collin for that matter. He was very slow on that left side. He knows it.
Yeah, and then it's Collin saying, I just got hit in the head because of you. Play more court and go. And guess what? It worked.
Inside out roll from Ben Johns.
And if you just take even half a step the wrong way, you get beat with the ball going 2 miles an hour. What a dink.
Ben Johns so quick with that backhand flick.
Terrific counter from Collin on the one before. He was frustrated that he didn't get on top of it, had the paddle face open a little bit. Great deep return from Tellez.
2-0-2.
Wow, they had overheads being cracked at them. One drop, they're back in it, and then they get an error.
3-0-2.
Oh, that's the one he wants, and in that case, he hit too much of the ball because you want to just brush up the side of the ball, especially the X40 will stay in even more because it's not going to fly quite as far.
Federico Staksrud flying on the forehand.
And a great drive on the forehand, dipping down from Tellez there. Wow. Warning, bench, look out. That was such a good read from Staksrud there, and then Ernie went off the tape. That's the combination that Ben often uses, overhead through the middle to get both players to go there, and then that leaves the outside open. Really smart combination. Oh boy, and a cocktail there, sails well deep.
4-1-1.
Much cleaner performance so far for Ben Johns and Collin Johns.
And an engaged performance, I think it was. It was just a bizarre, I mean, when am I saying, and I said this a couple times last night, they need to hit it to Ben.
Yeah, never. I've never heard you say that. I have heard some players say that strategically, though.
Yes.
That they feel even when Ben is on, to play him more is part of their strategy.
But as a better spot to put the ball, it was bizarre last night. But they, as they do, survived it.
Corner ball.
And that's that Ben just trusting CJ will fade and get the backhand out of there, and Ben just punches it in the open court. And this is a much different team than we saw last night, even though they won. A few errors creeping in too, and a rapid game number one here. We're under 10 minutes total on court.
Oh, wow. Ben Johns and the forehand drive deflected out on Tellez. No rhythm on the side of Tellez and Staksrud.
And no timeout being called here. This seems like an obvious place to just slow this train down.
And a miss there. Do you think they're just flushing this one and moving on to game two?
It looks like they have hit that plunger on the side and said, get it out of here.
Like the literal reference there. And Collin Johns.
Especially
no
with the confidence they should have had coming into this with how close they were in beating them last time they played.
Yeah.
And sometimes with this progressive draw, I mean, 3 of the 4 players on this court haven't hit a ball in competition today. And we're at 5 o'clock, rough start time. Yeah, Ben is just a much different player today. Saw it in mixed doubles. He and Annalie were absolutely fantastic, and shots like this just perfectly placed.
Johns setting up for their men.
I mean, if the paddle says Scorpius on it, you got a Scorpion. Double Scorpion back-to-back there from Collin Johns, and Ben gets the finish, but really nice there. And Tellez and Staksrud had a rough start last night and then found it against Arnold and Wilson. So let's see if that is the case here.
Last game won 11-6. Battled back in game 2, took it 12-10, then 11-7 and 11-5 against Arnold and Wilson. Pablo Tellez, big in the middle.
Good leave, underrated skill in pickleball. Oh, they're saying that's good. Okay. That's one of those they might have wanted to look at. Very close there, Michelle.
Johns goes inside out as he does so incredibly well.
Yeah, Tellez was given ground and trying to get a retreating dink to bounce, which is really difficult. And once that ball right there is hit, you're so far off the kitchen that Ben is in pounce position, and that's what happened. Again, this is a battle of two teams that stack, which means they absolutely want Collin on the top and Pablo on the bottom of the screen on the right side of the court. And you cannot beat this team if you are making more unforced errors than them. I think we have a foot fault call here. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, might have.
Lost a challenge, lost a timeout. One timeout, two timeouts. We'll resume at 4-1-2.
Fault stands. That's Drew DeHennis delivering the verdict. And Ben saying they have 5.
They do, because they actually end up earning that point. So that's the rewind that needs to happen here.
Ben Johns, by the way, playing in his 50th official PPA Tour event. Guess what, Dave? You're not going to be surprised. He's medaled in every tournament that he has entered.
I mean, it's ridiculous. There had to be one time where he was struggling in some way, shape, or form, but he gets there every time.
He's mechanical. 104 gold medals we decided that he has. Yeah. Unbelievable.
And even though he missed that, the ankle and the push-off looks night and day from last night on this day.
Pablo Tellez rips it down the line. That's the advantage of the lefty in the right side of the court.
Yeah, otherwise that would have had to have been a two-handed backhand. You love that room service bounce off the tape, but you still have to be able to not panic. Tellez all over it. We'll see if that return just keeps going to Tellez. I think they'll live with the sort of risk reward of going there. And there is, we heard Catherine and Anna Lee talk about on the desk with the X40 balls that usually go out with the Dura, which we usually play in. This one stays in because not as thick on the plastic. And here's a nice little run to get Tellez and Staksrud back into it. Still haven't seen the full energy level from Staksrud and Tellez. They can get very fired up. A lot of Spanish, a lot of encouragement going. Collin Johns is happy to fire away off the bounce. He tries to disguise it. Went right at the body of Staksrud right there. Collins, like, Ben, did you just play an out ball over there? That was really close on the sideline, but We talk about it all the time, as fair a line caller as anybody.
Big rip from Ben Johns down the middle. 8-4 lead in game 2.
Look at all those happy humans. So much like we saw with Vivian David, if somebody likes the Scorpion, they're tucking the paddle in. So if it's wide, you've lost that reach. Great selection and shot location from Fed there.
Cleaned up. Ben Johns swats it now.
You don't see a dink that high. It happens every once in a while from players of this caliber. Huge serve from Fed, and that's something he can do that Ben has definitely been doing. Bring that single serve to doubles.
Good pressure from Tellez, and they're right back in it. It's a 1-point game.
And there's the energy and the fire. Oh, the exact combo that Tellez wanted.
8-7-1.
Johns finds the corner on Federico Staksrud, makes it 9-7.
Yeah, and I love when Tellez actually runs around the backhand and pulls it down the line. That time right into the middle.
A defeated-looking Federico Staksrud slumps his shoulders.
Same idea there with the Dura out, but with the X40 in and out here on the 17th of the putting green there.
Collin Johns was not thrilled that Federico threw that ball out into the ethers. And the Johns brothers take game.
From the world's most iconic tennis arenas to the glint of an Olympic gold medal, a new court beckons, a new challenge arises. Jack Sock has conquered tennis. Now, pickleball's next. Mastery, precision, passion, that's what champions are made of. And when it comes to pickleball, there's only one company they turn to. Jack Sock's legacy continues with the #1 brand in pickleball. Selkirk Sport. We are pickleball.
The screaming, they got to 8-7 and then couldn't keep it going.
They live on that.
Oh dear. And Collin hasn't thrown one tantrum yet either. The net courts have all been in their favor.
I was going to say, because he hasn't had to.
Yeah, maybe the pickleball gods were like, we're sorry you got hit in the head. We're going to clean it up for you.
Had to wake your brother up.
Seriously.
0-1-1.
So in a 2-game hole for Tellez and Staksrud, love to know after this point how the heck they approached game 3.
Clean up the errors. I mean, even that shot right there from Pablo, I mean, that's a shot he makes all day, and then work the point, and when you have a chance, pull the trigger. Oh, off-speed finesse from CJ.
And Collin were the defending medalists here a year ago. Well, it wasn't here, it was in Indian Wells, but at the national championships.
That's a pretty swing, because Collin was bailing the minute he took the paddle back that far, but you got to spin that in, so really well done. Yeah, when Tellez and Staksrud are playing well at the kitchen line, they're moving the dinks around, taking advantage of the 2 forehands in the middle, and they just haven't been precise. Collin staring at the line that had the ball skid a bit on him there. And the dreaded HTP there, that's not on our terms, but don't want to hit the post. Staksrud usually very good. We saw an outrageous ATP last night from him, but that one caught the post. And the Johns brothers will take it 1 point at a time, 1 error by you on the time. They don't care.
3-1-1.
Oh, and another, Staksrud's going to get warned probably for that, because he just sent the ball skyward after. You see Tellez, great look at it there, past the plane of the center of the net. You cannot run past there and not contact the ball. You certainly can on an Ernie, but frustration setting in now.
Yep.
After review, the call stands. Lost a challenge, lost a timeout, 1 timeout, 2 timeouts. We'll proceed at 4-1-1.
I think we'll let Collin go ahead and serve here. After that, I mean, Tellez was well past. And Michelle, just to clarify what it takes, it's sort of the finish line of a 100-meter dash. Anything that passes that plane, and that plane is from the floor all the way up to the sky. So that wasn't even close.
Rare miss from Ben Johns.
But maybe that delay was helpful for Tellez and Staksrud to just settle back in here. Boy, a great two-handed backhand from Ben Johns, set him up and then couldn't come through. Let's see if they can use it on the far side. Beautiful inside out from Collin Johns, dots the sideline. And just the ability to get to the kitchen consistently differential here is massive.
A shot from Tellez. That's a
Tremendous
release.
overhead. Talked about the serves Staksrud was hitting. Look at the corner pocket that was hit there from Ben Johns. What a serve. Really went after that one too. Can we be more cash with an inside-out block winner? Ben, can you move out of the way so we can see?
Do you mind?
Wild swing.
Oh no.
Tellez just
almost
fired the paddle into the ground there. Let's see if anything comes of that. We've seen a ball hit skyward from Staksrud, and that Selkirk paddle has played its last point. Nothing said though from either of the referees, interestingly enough. That seemed to be all they're doing is checking the new one in, but this is a pretty violent spike, like he just scored the winning touchdown.
It's a good thing he missed that video board, because we've seen that happen before.
Yes, we have, and that came with an invoice when the video board got hit. So
note to self. Ben Johns is so good he can play with the side of his paddle.
Yeah, he's performing at Cirque du Soleil later tonight.
We missed that. We were in Vegas a month ago.
I know. Darn it. They did have a little chat with Tellez there, so there may have been a warning given over there.
5-1-1 the score.
Tried to go tweener there. Collin's been driving the ball here, and the last couple times they haven't been able to get in. This is a match that you thought could have so much juice, and it just hasn't due to the one-sided nature of the affair. I think Ben was on that speed up down the line. Staksrud's lucky that didn't tattoo him. I think Collin's on that next one, but he expected Ben maybe to take it, and there's that ATP that we know that Staksrud has. Can they go here?
1-5-1.
Just can't get near the kitchen.
Is that what Ben and Collin are doing, or what Federico and
The thirds just
Pablo
have not
coming
been
with
precise at all here. Exhibit 31 right there.
5-1-1.
Again, you have to see it off of your opponent's paddle and then let the ball travel. Ben did that perfectly there. He knows he's got the ATP, but he's got to let it go. That's twice Collin stuck that paddle in there when there was a forehand behind it. That's a great learning point for all you amateur players. Let the ball travel to the forehand.
There's a little life for Pablo Tellez.
Yeah, Collin actually had a good look at first and couldn't get the ball down, and then pretty from Tellez there, and pretty from, we keep droning on, and I hope we keep doing it.
That double-decker VIP section.
We saw a little bit of this in game 2, a little spurt from Tellez and Staksrud that got quelled. Another beautiful ATP there from Staksrud.
Well, Ben and Collin have been rolling this tournament. They've won 11 of their last 13 games here in Dallas. The only 2 they dropped were to Tyler Leung and James Ignatowicz last night when Collin got hit in the head, and Ben was not Ben. Not to give them any excuses, because Tyler and James were excellent.
They were fantastic. They were a big part of why they were off, because of the pressure put on them. And here's that witching hour when, just when you think things are close, they aren't close anymore. So that's a good first hold. Multiple issues with that, so we'll just
have an overhead view of the rest of this one. Got there, just couldn't toss it over.
Because when you're running forward to get one of those, you're like, got to get there, but then you have to back off your energy because you don't want to pop up the next shot, and just didn't get it over the net. And hello, Tui off the bounce. We have not seen that the entire match. And he's like, wait, we're running out of time. I got one more thing. I got another trick to show all of our peeps.
2 points away for Ben and Collin Johns, making a second straight national championship appearance in the finals. That's where the run will end for now.
But again, 6-4, second serve, 3 in a row, and get that separation right back. Collin Johns inside out frustrates Staksrud again. And that's the way these guys can cause trouble. Pace and pressure. Their hands are good. They have big drives.
There's Federico Staksrud trying to put on one last push. He is motivated. A clear flip of a switch for Federico Staksrud.
Just rocketing serves and taking over. Tellez hasn't hit a ball. Can they get the return over there? They can't. Oh, and the Johns brothers believe in just letting that run its course there, and they kept the lead.
Wide for Johns after some incredible defense.
And again, I love Staksrud and Tellez playing very aggressive. And you can see when your paddle is brought out to the side of you, it actually faces the net, so you can still defend from there.
Heavy angle from Pablo Tellez, the lefty. And hey, they're right back in it. 2 points away. They could take game 3 here with a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, so crank the serve, Fed, and get that forehand.
Ask and you shall receive. Long, though, for Staksrud. He is trying to go down swinging at least.
He is, and the question is where was this level of intensity to start? There were a lot of returns to Tellez, which that one was. And that's the thing, the Johns brothers rarely let one thing keep happening. Did a little bit there, but get the ball right back, no damage.
Collin Johns with the counter gets match point on his side.
The backhand can cover the middle, so stop teaching it's only forehands out there in the world.
And the Ernie finish for Pablo Tellez, looking for more pickleball.
The difference, of course, there is he made contact with the ball, so he can run as far as he would like.
And that is the conclusion.